It was an expected outcome, but one that fired up Georgians on both sides. Earlier this week, a federal appeals court allowed the state's restrictive abortion law to take effect. Now, most abortions are banned once a doctor can detect a heartbeat, which is usually about 6 weeks into a pregnancy. Joining me now is Todd, moderator of NBC's Meet the Press. So, Chuck, Governor Kemp said this week he was happy about the decision, but as far as a lot of other Republicans, haven't really seen a lot of public rejoicing or comments at all. Seems like they kind of want to keep the focus on the economy. So is that the right decision for them, you think, when it comes to the elections? And will Democrats be able to make abortion a midterm issue in Georgia as well?
Look, politically, what you're hearing from those Republicans, that makes sense to me. I understand that. I've talked to plenty of Republican strategists who quietly are petrified of the abortion politics. It's, you know, Republicans always felt like they had the advantage when it came to the abortion politics, when they could make the debate about when, not if. Now the debate is about if, right? Can you get an abortion? It's not about when. And you know, at 6 weeks might as well be a total ban. And many people don't know they're pregnant until their 7th or 8th week. So 6 weeks is a very small timetable there. Look, I do think, you know, before Roe was overturned, I would have said, and with Kemp beating Trump back, that Kemp really had a slight advantage here in this race. I do think that Roe sort of recalibrates this race a little bit, because we're going to find out. I mean, I look at all the battleground states that are sort of the true 50-50 states. Of all the states, this is the most, this is where, yes, there's a total bans on the books in Wisconsin and Michigan, but that isn't what those legislatures in the moment were trying to do. This is a case where this is what they proactively did now. I'll be very curious. This is going to be a big test of that Atlanta suburban vote that has been trending blue. Biden inflation has moved some of those voters back to thinking about voting Republican again. Does abortion bring them back to the blue side of things? I do think you're going to see a lot more abortion out of the Stacey Abrams campaign than maybe you would have 6 months ago.
Yeah, and speaking of the influence of politics on the elections, the next few weeks and months we'll be talking about the 2022 election, but there's still a lot of activity around the 2020 vote. You know, another primetime January 6th committee hearing last night. I know you'll be talking more about that Sunday. And Here in Georgia, we have the whole Fulton County grand jury probe into the phony set of Republican electors thing that's making headlines. So the more we see and hear about 2020, I mean, in your opinion, is any of this actually moving the needle when it comes to the American public?
Look, you see some erosion of Trump support sort of in the middle of the electorate. It's like a riverbed. You know, water's eroding a riverbed every day, but you don't see the evidence of it every day. It's hard to see. But if you check back every 3 months, you're like, oh, whoa, look at that. And that's the type of support. He's sort of leaking support, if you will. But it might not be enough. I mean, he still has a devoted enough following here that I don't know it's debilitating for him yet politically. But I will throw a little one wild card at you, which is at some point Donald Trump's going to testify, right? He's going to end up having to be deposed somewhere. The likelihood, the first place he's most likely to get deposed is right there in your state, in Georgia, in that lawsuit. So if we ever see Donald Trump under oath before 2024, it'll be in Fulton County.
Yeah, we'll definitely be watching and look forward to you breaking it down more on Meet the Press, which airs Sunday morning at 10 right here on 11 Alive. Chuck, thanks.